Hey there, continuing on the clan war from between the VVV and Requiem esports team. GxZ will move on from the last round, and he will face SlaineD from the Requiem team. SlaineD being a strong Protoss player, and do not know his particular ranking, but he has had a few games that I have cast, and he's done pretty well. SlaineD being the orange Zerg again, or orange Protoss, excuse me, in the west position, and GxZ being the purple Zerg in the north position. This will be on Lost Temple, and so they are on the same side of the map. So this could prove to be a shorter game, as their rush distance is significantly shorter as opposed to the last game with Funk Monk. So I did look at my microphone here again. It is a Samson C01U. It is a condenser microphone, not compression. I knew the compression wasn't right, but it's a condenser microphone, so it is USB, and I really like it. It sounds pretty good. I have built myself a little pop filter in front of it, so yay for me. I'm happy. Taking my hobby to new levels. Bring up the production tab here for you while I try and fiddle around with the keys to Control F and follow this guy as he does go cross position, and we'll see that SlaineD, as I have mispronounced before, is in the west position, and he will scout it out and check it out while SlaineD moves into GxZ's base, and we'll see that he is in the north position. Pretty self-explanatory. Not a whole lot going on otherwise. We do have pylon and gateway going down. It looks like SlaineD is going to block off his expansion versus his ramp, and so that way he will probably block here and then continue to put up units here, which will protect him from pretty much any Zergling pushes, especially if you put a cannon back here. And so it'll be Baneling proof pretty much, unless they throw a ton of Banelings at it, especially if he just puts gateways and cybernetics core up here. Then that will be the case. GxZ getting his expansion here. Looks like he got a little earlier this time opposed to the last game. He's got his spawning pool and expansion about 14. I do apologize for any sniffling you might hear. The weather has just done a drastic change down where I am. It went from like 89 and raining to 32 and cold and dry. So my sinuses are just going nuts. SlaineD here is moving in with his first Zealot, and he is pushing hard. He's going to move into the mineral line with the probe and Zealot, and GxZ will be forced to kind of move. He moved his probes or drones and then moved them back, and SlaineD here is going to micro around and keep them from getting the surround on his Zealot. And so he's going to continue to put pressure, but looks like these drones will be able to take it down after losing. Don't think he lost any drones that time. But we do have 2 more Zealots on the way. Probe coming in for support, and he is getting 2 pylons down here. Ooh, sorry, 2 photon cannons. He already put down the pylon at the ramp here. Although he's got the pylon at the top and the 2 cannons at the bottom, so they do spot, and they will begin to hammer away at this expansion. So it looks like GxZ has been contained into his main base, especially he looks definitely going to lose this expansion to those cannons. Popping out more Zerglings, this Queen trying to do what it can to minimize the damage from these Zealots, but those Zealots are going to fall back to the cannons, even though they're not quite in range. 3rd Zealot coming in, so SlaineD is putting a lot of early pressure on this. He's doing an excellent job of keeping the Zerg contained in his base. Those cannons are going to work on the rest of those larvae. We'll see here that GxZ is just having a hard time dealing with this, getting a spine crawler in his mineral line to help deal with these Zealots, but these Zealots are, one of them is going to go down. The second one looks like he may be able to micro it out of there. Roach Warren is now up for GxZ, and he will probably start to produce some roaches to try and deal with this early pressure. Spinecrawler is just about done for GxZ, and it will come up just in time to get the last poke on the Zealot. Another Zealot moves in here, but he will fall back as that Spinecrawler is done. But he has successfully negated the expansion for GxZ. SlaineD here continuing. He's got obviously his forge since he got cannons and getting a cybernetics core. I think he's completed a wall off Looks like he may have enough space to get his units out. And he is getting his cybernetics core and going to research Warp Gate inevitably. But SlaineD here does have two running bases, one at his natural expansion. The Zealots here continuing to put pressure on GxZ, moving in and doing what they can, and they will. Looks like they will try and take out this queen, but the queen does fall back, and the other one moves up. Both the Zealots go down to the Spinecrawler and queens combined. I hope that my sound is just luxurious to the ears with this new microphone, because it's a pretty expensive microphone. But I do love casting games. They're a lot of fun, and so I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I am. So, what have we got going on here? Really not a whole lot. If GxZ here, what if he can reach those with the new range increase on those? Oh, still getting hit by the cannon, but if he moves that way, yes, he will. GxZ will be able to use this roach to take down this pylon that is powering those two cannons at the bottom of his ramp. So, maybe a little lack of forethought, maybe, by SlaineD is the fact that they will now be able to work on this pylon and take down the containment. Overlord here is spotting pretty well for the high ground, and I don't think SlaineD can see this. No, he cannot see that. So, Cannon here completing the wall off for SlaineD, and he is getting down 3 more gateways to make a total of 4. Ooh, 2 more, so 6 gateways for SlaineD are coming in. 4 are done, 2 more on the way, and he is going to start pumping out the stalkers. Those roaches being able to cleaning up the mess that SlaineD made over here, and GxZ getting the natural expansion, not just yet because he is really low on minerals. So will GxZ be able to answer that early harass and be able to pull out of this? I would say GxZ here is very far behind, as he is at 1 base. He does have his lair done, but he does not have a spire or any real tier 2 tech done. He is getting a Nidus network, so he would probably be able to use this Overlord here to spot for the Nidus. And if SlaineD keeps his wall off and then warps in all his units out here, it could actually be a lot of trouble for SlaineD. So his early pressure and walling off may backfire a little bit, but he is keeping that 1 sentry on this side to play Guardian, or be a sentry and watch. Haha, what a novel concept. GxZ here doing an excellent job at spreading his creep, and he will continue to do that. SlaineD here moving up with his stalkers, and they are going to push forward. They see that there is a Spinecrawler at the ramp, but they will push in regardless, and they will micro these roaches down. Not really micro, but they will just take down these roaches, since there are several stalkers versus all these roaches. Spinecrawler and 2 queens. More roaches coming in to reinforce, so it looks like SlaineD's forces here will go down, and they will fall back. 3 of the stalkers are making it out alive, 1 with an entire 15 health. So 2 more coming in to reinforce, 5 stalkers now falling back, 3 more coming in now. So we will see what GxZ can do about this. He's being forced to build roaches rather than get the expansion in order to make sure that he just does not die right now. More stalkers pushing up here, keeping the pressure on. And they are going to push. Yes, they are going to push up, and the roaches will meet them on the ramp, choking them off. But they do get the high ground vision, it seems. However, they will fall back, waiting for more reinforcements, and here they go. We're going to follow this force here. They're going to push up. They do take out the Spinecrawler, and they are going to begin working on the roaches. They do push in towards the base, and they're going to work on walking around and shooting, pulling them back away from the ramp. This could prove a lot of trouble. SlaineD will find out that there is a Nidus network, so he can probably make haste and come up with some defenses in order to not get Nidus in the back. But will not get that 7 health queen down. That was just barely didn't get it. They do load up into the Nidus network. The Nidus is getting thrown down somewhere. I hear it. I can't find it. I lost it. I don't know where the Nidus went. Aha, there was the Nidus. It came in right over here, but SlaineD did have his stalkers ready, so he was prepared for that. He probably warped them right in as soon as he heard that. The patented Nidus worming noise. Expansion getting down here for GxZ, and he is going to reinforce it with several roaches. What is SlaineD going to do now? He is going to take out one of his gateways so he can get out of his base with his Stalker force, continuing to warp in Stalkers at the same time. Might as well use that warp gate before you destroy it. My thoughts were maybe, I don't think there's enough room here, so he couldn't have taken out the cannon and gotten out either. The sentry is moving out with the Stalkers this time, and it looks like a probe will move out too and throw down an extra pylon, but no, they will move up to the high mineral expansion and begin to take out the destructible rocks. But they see that the creep is spreading into the high mineral base thanks to that insane creep tumoring, and there will be a pylon going down here to help kind of creep block. 2 pylons have gone down, and they will not be throwing down a gateway, so they're just throwing some advanced pylons down. Don't know why they took out those rocks. SlaineD here moving in, but the roaches are quite forceful here. The Guardian Shield has gone up for the Protoss, but those roaches will continue to battle it out. GxZ, good games and leaves. So SlaineD here proving that he has pulled ahead and defeated GxZ after GxZ beat FunkMonk earlier. So it is now 1-1 between the VVV and Requiem Esports team. Thanks for watching. More to come. Wow, that sounded really high-pitched. Sorry about that.